I started praying because I wanted my conditions to change. But what I ended up realizing was that praying changed me. Hello and salams, my name is Khayam and welcome to another edition of the Chaplain Bar. And verily, the Prophet Muhammad Rasulullah Sallam came back from another meeting with his Creator and reported to the Prophet Moses, may peace and blessings be upon him. Yea, my community has been blessed by only being required to pray 5 times a day.
And you remember Matthew 21:17.
And Moses, may peace and blessings be upon him, replied, nah bro, they ain't even gonna want to do that.
Yeah, think about it.
You may have figured it out, today we are going to be discussing prayer. That's a tough one. So I don't know about you, but I tend to pray a lot more during exam time. And it's not so that God can, decide, he's been praying, so I'm going to alter reality to ensure that the marks that he makes on that paper are correct. I actually pray more during exam time because I will find any excuse to get away from doing my work. Even I will procrastinate from doing my work. I guess you can say I procrastinate. But all tomfoolery aside, I know the pattern very well. We don't want to pray because we feel unworthy, and we feel unworthy because we don't pray. It's the same asinine logic that we use to avoid, say, going to the gym. Well, I shouldn't go to the gym because I don't look like I go to the gym. Or I shouldn't go to the gym because I'm out of shape. Cycle of self-doubt, or that cycle of self-defeat, is so much stronger when there's any sort of mental unwellness in play. So if there is depression or anxiety, that is an extra hard voice saying you don't deserve to be on the mat, you don't deserve to be praying, you're a phony.
Hey, you know who lives in this house? A great big phony! That's right!
Be honest, it's easier to feel God when we're in a good mood. We all have our own reasons, but we also have our own solutions. I would say it's one of the most demoralizing aspects of not being able to fulfill part of our religious obligations, our spiritual obligations. And that takes a toll on us as Muslims and as spiritual beings, so not feeling like we're not living up to the standards that we should. I wanted to share some of the things that helped me want to hit the mat some more. I had a mentor give me some solid advice, and he said, fake it till you make it. And quite frankly, that's a pretty solid bit of advice, because you're not going to suddenly feel the presence of God and the angels the first time you pray after however long you haven't. It's not really how it works. You gotta hit that mat, and you gotta have the right intentions, but sometimes you're just not fully there. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be hitting the mat. There are some people who will argue that imperfect prayer is worse than no prayer. And, I've been one of those people. And you can play the semantics game all day long, or you can decide, forget it, I'm just going to get to the mat. Ready to do that, then I'm ready to share some more of the ways that helped me. 2 of the ways were very unexpected. The first was a trip to acupuncture.
Sorry, Dr. Ling. I guess I'm nervous. This whole thing is a little weird.
I happened to ask, why are the needles on the forehead and in this section here and on top of the head so important? And the answer I got was that the section of the forehead right there contains a considerable amount of nerves or whatnot to help reduce anxiety. It's like a chill button. You know, if it's pressed just right, the chill factor sort of releases in your brain.
Get upstairs. Sit down.
Science talk. The second thing that helped me be more present in my prayers was yoga. Now, I know there's a lot of Muslims out there who are like, no yoga. There's a great little thing floating around Facebook a few weeks ago where the instructions given are drop your shoulders, relax your jaw, and take your tongue off the roof of your mouth. When I read that, I realized I was doing this. I was hunched over and tense and carrying that tensacity, the tensosity in my muscles. That made me want to become more aware of how I was praying. So for a lot of us, we're just like slumped over, we're like, What yoga helped me realize was that my posture, there was a big difference between having my arms crossed like this and having my arms crossed like this. The breath it went deeper. The muscles, I was more aware of my body, basically. And in every position, taking a moment to properly breathe in and out. And I know there are some of you out there who speed through your prayers because you're like, I got stuff to do, and because, you know who you are. There's always these calls from imams to pray slowly, but for once I have to agree with them.
You what?
Praying slowly helps you become aware of your body, helps you become aware of your breath. And that physical presence in praying, along with, hitting the chill button, I gotta say, praying became a lot more relaxing when I started to become aware of my body. And that's 5 times a day we as Muslims are pulling out of our day-to-day activities and reminding ourselves that we are connected to we're trying to connect to the Master of the Day of Judgment. In other words, we're reminding ourselves that we are all going to die one day. Maybe you're stressed out at work or something, or maybe, a friend is giving you grief. It doesn't matter. We're all going to die one day. So, when you kind of put it into that context, kind of stop sweating the small stuff. Now imagine feeling that 5 times a day. It's great to feel that level of chill. And that is, it's a feeling of liberation in those moments of tensity. Yeah, I make up words. Well, that's all for me for this episode. Again, yay! Keep raising that bar. Salams.
1 2 ka 4 4 2 ka 1. My name is Lakhan. My name is Lakhan. Sajno ka sajan mera naam hai Lakhan. A ji o ji lo ji suno ji. Main hu man mauji. Karta hu main jo wo tum bhi karo ji. 1 2 ka 4 4 2 ka 1. My name is Lakhan. My name is Lakhan. Sajno ka sajan